everyone's joining in. Today I'm going to be talking about my recent books I've read recently. So it's been a while since I've talked about the books that I've read recently. I'm really excited about talking about all of them, and yeah, there's some that I've read recently, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be another one coming out very soon, so be on the lookout for another recent reads video. I just decided to divide some in chunks, but yeah, let's get to the books that I've read recently. So the first book that I've read recently is Lock and Key Volume 2 by Joe Hill, and it's illustrated by, hold on, I got my phone right here to look up the guy, Gabriel Rodriguez. So yeah, that's the illustrator. So yeah, it's the second book in the Lock and Key series, which I really enjoyed. This is, if you haven't read the first volume, it's about three siblings who just recently lost their father, and they're moving into his childhood home, and then they find these keys that has different abilities. I really enjoyed this series. I know I've watched the TV show before I read the graphic novels, but I'm just glad that I'm seeing the differences between the graphic novels and the shows. I don't remember how many volumes there are in total, but I know I'm going to be continuing with the series. But with the second one, I did enjoy it still, but there were some things that kind of bugged me a bit, but I know that's just how they did the head key, which I think the TV show did better, and it's really hard not to compare the graphic novel and the show, but yeah, I still enjoy it overall, so I give this 4 stars. And the next book that I've read recently is Series of Unfortunate Events, The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket. This is a very beloved children's book series, and I know I've also watched the TV show on Netflix as well, but you haven't read the first book. The first book follows 3 children who just lost their parents through a fire, and then they meet their legal guardian, Olaf, who is not a very nice guy, and he's trying to go after the family fortune, and the whole series follows those characters. This is a reread for me, and I know Kevin picked this out for me when he picked my TBR for May, and it was a really fun video, and I'm just glad that he had me reread it, because I only read the first 3 books in the series, like on audiobooks, so reading it physically was a lot of fun. So yeah, this was still a 5-star read for me. And the next book that I read recently is Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. This is about a girl who's just dealt with a breakup, and she held up on romances, and like altogether she didn't want to get back out there and all that, and then she decided to take some dancing class, and then she meets this guy, and of course it kind of hints a romance there by knowing Nicola Yoon's books, and and this is definitely my favorite out of 3 of them now, because I know The Sun Is Also Stars my favorite before this one was published, and then now this one became my favorite one. I couldn't put it down. I love the characters, and I'm just like gushing over the romance all the way, and yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite books of the year, and yeah, I give this 5 stars, obviously. And the next book that I've read recently is Marvel Masterworks The Amazing Spider-Man numbers 1 through 10 by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. This is the first 10 comic books of Spider-Man. Kevin got this for me as a present, so I thank him for encouraging me to read this, because I know I love Spider-Man, and this whole thing was didn't take that long for me to read, but yeah, and reading the first 10 volumes of Spider-Man was awesome, and in the back it tells you like which comics they were, and yeah, I am just really got excited when he got this for me, and I know Kevin really bugs me when I don't read books that he gifted me, and now I'm almost caught up on all of them thanks to the May TBR that he and I filmed. So yeah, I really enjoyed reading the first 10 comic books of Spider-Man, who is my favorite Marvel character of all time, and yeah, and obviously I give this 5 stars. And the next book that I've read recently is Because You Love to Hate Me, edited by Ameri, I think that's how it's pronounced, and I apologize if I butcher it, but this is a collection of short stories about different villains from fairy tales and mythology and etc. And this was a very interesting read because I did not read this when it was first published, like back in 2018, I think, and I rated each short story, which was helpful on my reading, but it didn't help that I gave the authors that I liked from this collection like a higher rating than other authors, but there was some that I just felt like it for me. So like overall for this one, I give this 3 stars. Like that's the average rating that I gave from reading all the short stories from this collection. But yeah, it's a 3-star for me. And the last book that I've read recently is Redwall by Brian Jacques. I think that's the audiobook, how it's pronounced. Again, I apologize if I butchered it, but this is a first book in a Redwall series. This is about a mouse who just trains to have an adventure, basically. That's from what I remembered. I know that Kevin and I started listening to an audiobook and then we kind of stopped, but I did go back and listen to an audiobook because I really enjoyed the narrator, and I really enjoy this book overall. I can't wait to continue on with the series because I know there's a lot of sequels, but there's also prequels to it, so I probably will just read these in publication order, and then when I reread it, I'll read in chronological order, like with many people with Chronicles of Narnia, just as a comparison. But yeah, it was a 5-star read for me. So that's all for the books that I've read recently. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and comment down below what books that you've read recently. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!